What this is going to give you is a helpful way to understand your soul mission and to understand what is required to fulfill on it, to express it, to bring it to life. And there's three core ways or three pillars that I see that you can work on and work with when it comes to your soul mission. Side tangent. Our soul missions are here to be the vehicles for planetary transformation. And the soul missions that we all hold, the callings that we have, whatever word you really resonate with. Some people really resonate with mission, some people really resonate with calling. I actually interchange between them both because for me it is a calling. It is a very visceral calling. I actually have a video that says your calling is calling, something like that. You should really watch that because that really brings you into the energetic relationship of what it means to be called and to answer that soul calling. And the mission is really just an extension of that calling. Now, our soul mission and our callings really are inseparable from our own personal evolution. Once we reach a certain point in our expansion, in our enlightenment, in our remembrance, then it just becomes a natural desire to serve, to share, to guide, to lead, to support other beings. There is a certain point that you get to where you recognize that I have realized so much individual liberation that it's time to dedicate my life towards the liberation of all beings. This is the path of the bodhisattva. Like you hang back at the gates of the eternal because you're like, oh, all parts of me are not yet free. So I'm going to resist this urge to completely merge back with the totality and go back and serve and really support the planet and the rest of the beings to find this liberation, to find this freedom. So that is what a lot of us are doing. We are here to just go beyond personal liberation into the liberation of all beings. Gotta find your why, right? Like what is there is a big why behind every soul mission, and for a lot of us it is that. Now, another side tangent before I go to the main point is that I feel that there's two specific pathways for soul missions, and they are intertwined, interdependent, and they're happening. It's not necessarily like one comes before the other, but they are slightly different. So number one is that there are certain beings who play roles to support the deprogramming, the deconditioning, the healing, the purging process that is happening on this planet, the breakdown of the old, the release of the separate sense of self, the conditioned identity. That is a big job. It is facilitating healing and deconditioning and the restoration of our defined template on this planet. And then there are certain other missions who are here to teach and to steward and to lead as the embodiment of the new from that restored template, from that reunification with the harmony of what you are to live as an infinite being. This is more new earth stuff. However, I do believe that there's these missions that are focused on the new in that way are really still, even if that's your path and that's your dedication, there's so much clearing and deprogramming required on this earth at this time that when you are called to serve and to lead and to support with your soul mission, sorry, I'm a bit sniffly. I'm at a way higher altitude than I'm used to. And you don't need to know this, but anyway, sniffles. So there's so much deprogramming that needs to happen that so many of us are called to lead that, and that is absolutely important. And what I'm about to share with you are what I see as the three pillars of your soul mission. And I was really contemplating how this could be a fantastic weekend immersion. And perhaps I will actually teach it more in depth. I'm not going to teach it fully in depth to you today, but I will give you a very strong overview and you can really see the different components of your soul mission. And if you are either wanting to get started or you are experienced, seasoned, starting a new mission, having a rebirth, and you want to bring forth something very new, or you've been doing this and you fucking know your mission, but you're just a bit blocked, like it just feels a bit like These are three things, and you'll be able to see which part you're finding yourself actually blocked in. Now, all these things work together. It's an energetic system. It's symbiotic relationship. Okay, and they all begin with V. Number one, the first pillar is the vision itself. What is the calling that was placed upon your heart? What is the pull that you have to share with the world? What do you see as a possibility? What perspective do you hold? What truth do you resonate? What transformation do you know wants to be facilitated? So what is the vision itself? What's the desire? What is the direction? Usually your vision is a reflection of what you have deeply transformed within yourself. And through your own transformation, you've developed the sight, you've developed the recognition, you've developed the insight to know what vision you want to advocate for. So the first is the vision. The vision is usually something so damn simple. For me, it's a lot about freedom, liberation, the ability to have the direct experience of ourselves as a divine, to know ourselves as infinite being. Like, vision doesn't have to be complicated, right? It's better when it's, well, I don't want to say better, but like it's a visceral, energetic desire and like a view that you hold, and it's like, whew, this is the life force. And if you don't have enough connection to the life force of your vision, you're going to find it hard in the next two parts. And the next two parts also, though, can help fulfill the vision as well and like help things get clearer. Side note, you don't need to be super clear on your vision all the time. It is optional. Sometimes we believe it's so important to be so crystal clear all the time, but like it's a feeling, it's a sense, it's inside of you, and you have it inside of yourself. Even if you've forgotten it, even if you haven't discovered it yet, you have to remember that it's there. So there's a vision. The next is your voice and your vessel. Like, you are the conduit for this vibration, and your voice carries it into creation. The word is the way that the non-physical takes manifestation in form. It is the bridge between the worlds. Your voice and how you emanate, how you express as a vessel is a huge part of it. That is the bridge, right? You see where I'm going here? So the vision itself is the calling card from the other world, from the true vibration of this planet. It exists in the divine realm. It is the divinity that wishes to be bridged into this creation. The voice and the vessel is the bridge itself, the bridge that manages to communicate this feeling, this essence, this knowing. And that comes from you being tapped into that vision, you being unplugged from the noise of the world, not being so affected by the things that are happening, the things that you see before your eyes. Can you connect inside? Can you hear? This advertisement was brought to you by Kelly's Higher Self. So that's the voice, the vessel, and that's a whole area of development to enhance the capacity of your vessel. To you have to go, like, capacity is like the voltage that you can handle. The more your vision expands, the higher the voltage, the more you have to increase your capacity. And if you're really wanting to get started with your vision, or you're going through an upgrade, use your voice. You'll see that it starts to move a lot of energy for you. Your voice is so powerful, and it's so important, and it's so required. And then the ladder, which is the manifested in form, and the representation of the energy, is the vehicle of the vision itself. What is going to be the carrier of that intention? So this is where we lend forms from the real world, businesses, projects, non-profits, communities, whatever. Even if you offer a certain service, like, that is a vehicle. So for me, I have a business, not a business in the typical matrixy style definition. Like, business itself is actually empty of all those meanings. You are able to paste on your own meaning, your own understanding onto it, and decide what it can become. For me, business is a vehicle for transformation, for collective liberation, for global awakening. That is the intention that I have imprinted upon this vehicle. And within that, I have my mentorship, my group programs, the things that I share online, the journeys, the retreats that I'll have coming up. Like, those are all just offsets of the vehicle itself. Now, so many people are weak in their vehicle. They're not weak in their vision. They can be weak enough in their voice and vessel, but like, one of the things that is not given enough acknowledgement and enough respect for how important it is to facilitate the success of a vision is the vehicle. The vehicle needs to be powerful enough that it can hold the architecture of the energy of what you're here to share, and in such a way that it can represent the vibration of the vision and allow it to uphold its most potent integrity. Now, this is the thing, right? Is translating these divine visions, these divine intentions, this divine information through this world and maintaining its integrity, not distorting it to the ways of this world. Now that's work on you as the vessel and of your voice. So your vehicle needs to be powerful. Your vehicle needs to be well thought out, given some intention, and the vehicle can start really small, like you're just, okay, I really want to guide people one-to-one. Okay, that's great. That's the beginning of the vehicle. But when you can see it as a vehicle, then you can start to allow it to grow and to be charged with energy that is just beyond your personal energy. And eventually, like you grow your vehicle and the potency of it, and it becomes its own thought form and its own consciousness and its own energy altogether. And like the vehicle really is just the way that you create a space for the consciousness of your vision to land into and to exist in form, because it needs a way to exist in form. Really, it's just like the blueprint, the template for this energy to exist in creation. Okay, so those are the three parts, and this framework will be very helpful for you if you're ever just to understand the different components of a soul mission, so you're not just seeing it's just this like intangible desire that I have, and you can just see the different components, the different things that are important. So there's the vision. We could simplify this as well and be like vision, visionary, and the vehicle. The visionary component has your voice and your vessel, and it is important that you as the visionary are a powerful embodiment of that vision, of that energy. Like you guys are inseparable, and without you being that powerful bridge, without you being that powerful conduit, the essence of it isn't going to be able to translate powerfully into the vehicle itself. Okay, guys, so I love you.